All right, we're back on Coffee Talk, and I'm here with the Mayor Pro Tem, Ward 2 Councilman, Leo Teller.
Hey, Ryan.
How you doing, man?
I'm great.
It's good to have you here on the first episode of Coffee Talk. I would like to say, what you drinking?
A regular cup of coffee and a great cup of coffee. Good. It's good coffee.
All right, so now we have you here, and we know your seat is up for re-election. So, like, tell us how you're going into this approach as re-election occurs.
Well, I thought we were going to start with happy stuff first. Let me just say I got your text last night at 11 o'clock, and no, I think it was around 8:30, 9 o'clock. But I wasn't really sure who that was, but I appreciate the opportunity to come and be here with you today. Yes, I am running for my third term on the town council. I was elected first time in 2015, and of course in that role I have also served a couple of different times now as Mayor Pro Tem, which I'm currently doing, which that affords me the opportunity to represent Tarboro on the Upper Coastal Plain Council of Government.
Oh man.
I'm also serving with Tarboro Development Corporation, and so again, I have enjoyed serving on the council. There certainly have been some challenging opportunities, but I find it to be much more rewarding, and I'm hoping to be able to serve one more time, one more term.
Oh, so you're trying to say after this term you're done?
We'll see where we go from there.
Okay.
But
I try to catch that. I try to catch you. I'm joking.
No, honestly, to be real honest, I'm 73 years old.
Oh man!
And I think I still have all my mental facilities, but I would like to again continue to serve with the town. There's a lot going on right now that, as I've told a lot of the young people on Tarboro Development, I'd love to see Tarboro about 25 years from now. With all the things that are going on right now, with a lot of the buildings that are being bought and refurbished. We're getting ready to do some development down on the river front. We have a lot of good activities that are taking place. Again, I would love the opportunity to see Tarboro 25 years from now. But I do tell these young folks it's theirs to do it. And I will say, going back to the fact that I am being challenged, challenge is good. That's what government is about. That's what America is about. I have congratulated several people that are running against me. I congratulated them on filing. I particularly am pleased to know that there are young people that are still interested or want to get involved. And but hopefully this will be my time one more time. As I told one of the young ladies, I congratulated her on the filing, but I was in it to win it. So I hope I have that opportunity.
In it to win it. In it to win it. So, and I know you was telling me right then about how you're enjoying hopefully to see the new future of Tarboro. Like, what is something particularly that you would like to see come to fruition in your eyes?
Well, there's a couple back here right now, a couple just left, that I would like to see Tarboro be a destination town where people will get up and say, we're going to drive from this point to this point, but we're going to stop in Tarboro. They got a great little coffee shop downtown. They also have a riverfront park that is nice to walk down, and hopefully we continue to get that developed. Hopefully in the very near future we'll have a boutique motel, hotel that people will say, let's go spend the night there, or in a bed and breakfast, and again be able to enjoy the small town atmosphere, be able to walk up and down the streets. We got some shops here now that are fantastic. They got fashion that you wouldn't necessarily think you would find in a small town like Tarboro. You would think you got to go to Raleigh or Greensboro or Charlotte. But we've got some people here with some shops that have some unique products, whether it's clothing or other household type things that you would put in your kitchen. So again, I want to see Tarboro be a destination stop, and with our common, with the other things that we have going on downtown. This past Friday night, we were supposed to have the Embers. Unfortunately, the rain stopped us, but they're going to rebook. We're going to get them here, and we normally have a big time downtown when we do the Downtown Alive.
So I know what you've been in politics. You've been in it for a while, because you said you was in it from 2015 to now.
Right.
Like, when you first got into politics, before when you decided to run the first time, we're gonna take it back a little bit with Coffee Talk with Leo Taylor. Did you say, oh man, I can do this, it's so easy? And then once you got into the fire, what happened?
Well, I don't know that I ever said this would be easy. I retired in 2015 after a career in human resources for about 35 years. I wanted something else to do. I didn't want to just sit home, so I wanted to get involved in the community. I hate to say or use the term politics. I don't see small town as politics. I see it as people that are involved wanting to do good things, make good decisions. And of course, I have governed by the values, I have lived by the values, I have raised my children by the values of do the right thing, do your best, and treat other people the way you want to be treated. So again, I don't see a flavor of politics. We're non-affiliated as far as party. You know, the people that are on the board, I'm sure there's some unaffiliated folks, there's some Democrats and there's some Republicans, but that doesn't show in our council meetings. What shows in our council meeting are 8 council people and a mayor, a town manager that want to see Tarboro progress and doing those things that make life good for the citizens here in Tarboro.
Man, you said a mouthful, so for me,
that might make me a politician.
yeah, definitely, man. So, like, tell us the value about, like, and this is Coffee Talk. How important is coffee in a small town like Tarboro?
Well, I think most people, particularly if you're my age or thereabout, the first thing you do in the morning when you get up is get the coffee started. You know, that's been a tradition at our home for a long time. Of course, I retired a few years prior to my wife. I'm a lot older than she is. I tell everybody she's my oldest daughter. But when I retired and Crystal was still working, the first thing I did, of course, was I'd go down and make coffee and bring her a cup upstairs. She did her, you know, getting the hair and the makeup and all that. Yeah. And of course, then she had to look at Facebook for a while, and that called for a cup of coffee. So you have that cup of coffee at home, but it was interesting to hear Mr. Smith talking earlier, but you look for the next thing is that cup of coffee to have with other community folks or friends, and a place to sit down and have conversation and be part of maybe you call it another family, but those group of gentlemen or ladies that you do things with, but you start the day off with good conversation and a cup of coffee. The coffee just makes it come together.
So I know somewhat, you may be asked the question, but I know you heard from the owner, Mr. Smith. He'll probably say, don't call me Smith, call me Randy. I know him like a book. Yeah. But what is something that you want to see like in the coffee shop?
Well, again, I'm like, I don't want to hurt any other businesses, that are doing the other things that complement the coffee, whether it's, a bagel or a nice cinnamon bun or something like that to complement the coffee. But I don't know that I would change anything other than, if you're thinking about the coffee house, most people are thinking traditionally of just having that good cup of coffee to start the day off with some coffee and good conversation with friends.
I know you said something about your family right then, but I guess we're gonna get off the pressure questions. Like, how's family life, and like kind of talk about your family and what you do most of the time.
Oh wow. Well, I was telling the couple here, I just got back from Raleigh. I went up and spent the night with my daughter and son-in-law and grandson. My daughter is a realtor there, and she was very instrumental in putting on a seminar on Wednesday in regard to sustainability, using the sun and the heating the homes with the panels and those kinds of things. And it was very interesting, so I was part of that. Very proud of my daughter. And of course, we also have 2 sons. My son Jeff works over at the Rocky Mountain Mills, and then my other son is up in Wake Forest. He and his wife She's a hometown girl from here in Tarboro as well, but they live in Wake Forest. Family is, of course, very important. My wife, Crystal, spent 30 plus years with Edgecombe County. She's working today, assisting in the tax office over there because they're looking to fill a couple of positions. So she's helping there. So that affords me to be at the coffee house today and have a cup of coffee. There's nothing any more important than family, as Mr. Smith had alluded to as well.
All right, so as Mr. Smith had, I call this the Coffee Talk Minute, and you get a chance to discuss whatever you want to discuss that I haven't asked. So the floor is yours.
Well, again, as serving as a member of the council and Mayor Pro Tem, I would, I think, voice what any of our council people would say. Come to Tarboro, come visit Tarboro, come spend money in Tarboro, come live in Tarboro. Tarboro is growing. Tarboro is going to be a big part of what's going to be happening in Edgecombe County in the next 15 to 25 years. We recently had as many as about 230 homes under construction. A number of those have been built out. A number of them have been sold. We are also talking about additional housing that will be coming. We're talking about development of the waterfront. We just bought the old Baker Funeral Home, so now we own a solid, uninterrupted area of the river frontage. Again, we're looking to develop that with the different fests, like Oktoberfest happening this Sunday here in Tarboro. We've got the Downtown Alive going on a couple of times on Thursday nights in Tarboro. Tarboro is a great place to be. Come and visit, come and live.
You heard it here first from candidate, but he still is Ward 2's Councilman, Leo Taylor, and good luck on your race. I know it's going to be an enjoyable one. It's good days, bad days, so we know how that goes.
Well, I've told people win or lose, Tarboro is going to win because my three candidates are all good people, so I have no qualms with anyone there. If I win, I look to continue to serve as I have, and again, see Tarboro continue to grow and be a great place for our citizens. So again, I congratulate my opponents. We look forward to a good race as such, but I'll say, ever who wins, Tarboro will be in good hands.
No worries. Okay. We already know. Thank you, Mr. Taylor.
Thank you.
That's all for Coffee Talk today. You guys have a great night, great morning, great afternoon, whatever time you're looking at this Coffee Talk episode.